to another episode of the G Show podcast. I am G1 and this is the Geek Out. We're coming to you a little bit later than normal, but you know what? Sometimes life gets in the way and you have to take a butter knife to life. That's not true. Don't kill yourselves, kids. Be happy, be a man. Or a girl. It doesn't matter. Just be something. Just be something. Be Barbenheimer if you can. If not Barbenheimer, be Glicked if you want. But neither of us here are Barbenheimer nor Glicked. We are all predators in one way or another. That came out wrong. No, we're not. No, we're not. That is terrible, actually. Oh, my God. We're not predators. We're Yochas. Yes, all right. We're alien beings come down, sent forth from... what's the world they're from? Like, they don't even have a fucking name for that damn world. You can see that starting late has got me fucked up already, and I only have one sip of the good stuff. So, let's get the show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to my co-host, my cohorts, starting with JR, who absolutely has no idea what we're talking about today.
I have not fucking read these comments, but I'm glad I could join.
This is going to be a recommendation session for JR now that he's getting into the comic books heavy, which I fucking appreciate, and I can't wait.
That is true, and I'm looking forward to it, so let's hear about these.
Let's hear about it. Also joining us, we've got my brother Rob. Jera, what's going on, brother?
Oh, you know, it's a Friday. Hanging with the boys, talking about something. It's a good day.
It is
always a good day.
It is a good day. I want to start off before we get into the nitty gritty of this podcast. I want to give about 10 minutes, maybe less, to this idea that Wicked and Gladiator 2 are going to be what everybody in the industry is saying, the new Barbenheimer, which is when Barbie and Oppenheimer came out at the same weekend and both movies broke bank. Rob, I'm going to start with you. Do you think this is going to be on the level of Barbenheimer, or you think this is just wishful thinking?
I think it's wishful thinking, because I haven't seen a goddamn thing about Glicked or fucking Gladict. I haven't seen a single thing about that. But Barbenheimer, bro, I seen and heard about that shit before I even knew the movies were coming out. So I don't know if it's gonna be like that, but maybe it's more so for the people who are like insanely excited for those movies. Maybe it's just not for me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't see shit.
I didn't get caught up in that Barbenheimer craze, but I tell you, I was doing the Geek Out every Mondays during that time for like a half hour, where I would just run the box office. And yeah, I think the first 2 weekends, the background was pink. Just saying. Just saying. I think it was. But JR, what do you think about this? Do you think that this is going to have any kind of legs that Barbenheimer did, or the hype surrounding it?
Personally, I don't think so. The early reviews for the new Gladiator movie are coming out, and people aren't liking it. They're more confused more than anything as to why it was made. And I haven't heard shit about Wicked. Is that out?
Yeah, both of them dropped today.
Yeah, no, I think what's going to end up happening is Gladiator 2 will make money and it'll bomb, and Wicked will make money, but it won't be a runaway success. I think this will definitely be more along the lines of, damn, we don't have original ideas. Personally.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you think about that, that's a good way of putting it, because Barbenheimer, granted, Oppenheimer was the story of the, Alan Oppenheimer, the creator of the atom bomb, and Godzilla, too, in effect.
Yeah.
And Barbie was like, out of the fucking blue, how do you make a Barbie movie like this? Oh, shit, okay. But you're right, that's a good point. No ideas. Wicked, based off of the fucking Broadway play, which is based off of The Wizard of Oz, and a sequel nobody asked for, Ridley Scott. Jesus Christ, why continue to put the knife in us?
Yeah, he's gotta... what's going on with Ridley Scott, man? Because he's doing this shit with Alien. We all know what's coming with Alien. And now he's bringing back Gladiator. What? Are you okay?
I think Ridley Scott is sipping a little bit too hard on the Ridley Scotch.
Yeah. Because this has just gotten out of hand. Like, no one asked for a sequel to Gladiator. And I watched Gladiator for the first time a couple of years ago, and I thought it was good. I like my Roman period pieces a la the Spartacus show. But this, I don't care. I don't care.
One of the things my buddy at work, one of my boys, man, I love this dude to death. He calls me a movie Nazi. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? Because he's like, bro, you just don't enjoy shit. And I'm like, I enjoy everything. It's because I did not like John Wick 4. I'm a movie Nazi. But I almost did one, but I didn't. But he saw the trailer for Gladiator 2, and I'll never forget. He was like, yo, hold the fuck up. They're in the middle of motherfucking Rome, right? They're in the middle of the desert. How the fuck they get sharks in there? And I go, you know what? At that period of time, how the fuck did they get sharks in there?
That's a real thing, by the way. In ancient Rome, they would flood the Colosseum for ship battles, and gladiators would fight different animals like sharks and stuff.
But where would they get the water from? Like, unless the Colosseum is like right there next to the water.
They built aqueducts.
Aha! Yeah. Shut up. Don't be such a fucking smartass about the Roman Empire.
Ancient Rome were the first civilization to successfully build aqueducts.
Hail Caesar! And I don't mean Julius. I mean Caesar the monkey. All right, I digress. That's one.
Damn it.
I honestly don't think this is going to be as big as Barbenheimer. Will they make money? Yeah, I could see it making money. Gladiator 2 is such a movie out of left field. Like, nobody acts for that. I agree with Jay. I agree with Rob. Who acts for this movie? No one. So, to me, it doesn't make sense. I saw Gladiator 1 in theaters with my wife. At the time, we were dating, and that was a date night movie, and it was a good movie. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not going to take her to see Gladiator 2. No. I'm sorry, babe. She wants to see Wicked. I don't. I'm sorry, babe. I'm just not into it. I just don't want to see it. But here's where I say I don't think these movies are going to be the Barbenheimer success. Because next week, a little movie from the Disney universe is coming out called Moana 2. And if there's anything that's gonna stand in either one of those movies' way, it's Dwayne "The Rock" fucking Johnson coming back as Maui. And Moana was an underrated success. I did not see the first one in theaters, and when I watched it for the first time at home, I was like, shit, should have saw that in the theaters. Because that movie, I gotta be honest, I love Moana. I fucking love Moana. And there is this ad campaign right now for Moana 2 that the only place I've seen it is like right before a YouTube video. It'd be one of the ads, and it's The Rock, and it's the Pittsburgh Steelers great Troy Polamalu. Now, if you don't know who that is the dude from the Head and Shoulders commercial with the long, luxurious locks of hair, and he's got his hair up, and he goes, "Hey, Rock, don't I look like Maui?" And he goes, "The Rock." It's like watching wrestling. He goes, "No, you look more like a Polynesian Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, bro." I lost my fucking shit. It was the best thing ever. And the whole thing was a promotion for Moana 2. It was great. Anyway, I digress. That's 2. That's the reason why I don't see this whole Glicket thing being a thing. Because I think Moana 2 is right in its way. And yeah, but I mean, who knows? You know, there's enough people in the world today that love musicals, love Wicked, and if anything, I could see Wicked being more of a success than Gladiator 2. But I don't think Gladiator 2 is gonna make chump change. I think it's gonna do good.
I think Wicked will make money. I think it'll be received moderately because I got confused about this Wicked. I'm like, what is this? And someone was like, oh, it's a prequel to The Wizard of Oz. And I was like, Oz the Great and Powerful, directed by Sam Raimi. And they're like, no, this is based off a Broadway musical. I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna watch that shit. No.
Oh,
like, I don't like Broadway musicals.
Yo, dude, I swear to God, for whatever dumbass reason, I swear to God, I thought it was a Tim Burton production. Because I was like, they were making all those movies. Oz, fucking Alice in Wonderland, Willy Wonka. It just fell in that category of movies.
Yeah.
Why are we doing? I don't want to see it. But, yeah. Yeah,
well, we'll see. I mean, it's not like this would affect us too much. I just really wish Ridley Scott would just step away for a while and reevaluate who he is as a person. Because, dude, come on, get it together. No one asked for this, and you're doing it just like Alien Romulus. Nobody asked for your input, and you did it anyways. No one's asking for this from you right now, and you're doing it anyways. Go away! Go away!
Go away, Ridley. Go away, Ridley.
Go the fuck away, please.
I think
just go take a nap, you old man.
He's at that age where he feels like, and I don't understand this, but it seems like he feels the need to solidify his name on everything he's done.
But he already has.
Exactly. That's where I'm like, what the fuck? So you look at something, you look at an older director, right? Like Ridley Scott. You look at older directors and you say, okay, what has their absolute stamp on it? And the only thing I could think of is George Miller and Furiosa. That is a definitive stamp. This is this man's movie, and no offense to Ridley Scott, and no offense to fucking George Miller, because Furiosa flopped, but good God, was that movie absolutely beautiful, bonkers insane, nuts, balls to the walls. I don't think...
Still haven't seen it.
Rob, what the fuck, bro? I was on your server with your peoples yapping about that movie, and I didn't see it at the time, but then I saw it, and I was like, okay, you know what? This is it.
I'm fucking up, dude. That's all there is to it. I fucked up.
Well, there's still plenty of time in this year to rectify that if you're going to be on the Best of 2024 podcast.
I absolutely am, and I'll fix it. Don't worry.
Yeah, because, you know, after this week and watching the rest of the Batman movies for Bat Friday next week, it's all about rewatching movies of this year and watching movies for the first time from this year so I can get my shit together. But speaking of getting shit together, How to Train Your Dragon has a live action movie coming out. I don't know why. It's making me angry. Disney's been doing this now for a couple of fucking years, a couple of decades, to be honest. But see, with Disney, it was cool because it started with the originals. Like, well, it started with Cinderella, and then I guess Sleeping Beauty or Maleficent, which is just a retelling. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then we had Jungle Book, Lion King, Little Mermaid. Now we're getting fucking Lilo and Stitch, Aladdin. I forgot Aladdin. Beauty and the Beast. Jesus, where's my head? We had all of them. Now DreamWorks is doing it, and they're doing with How to Train Your Dragon. They started with that. I did not watch the trailer because honestly, I don't think this movie needs a live action, the live action treatment. I think How to Train Your Dragon was such a fucking dope movie on its own that, and not even just a dope movie. It was a perfect animated movie. I can't see this in live action. I just can't. What we got, not even the first one, the second one too. I thoroughly enjoyed that. What we got out of those movies in animation, to me, is like a stamp in time. Now it's perfection. I refuse to watch the trailer, but have any of you seen the trailer?
Yes.
Well, Rob, what was your thoughts on the trailer?
Well, I love the original trilogy, and I think they are definitive in their own right. How to Train Your Dragon 2 is How to Train Your Dragon 2. It's one of the best sequels of all fucking time, animated or otherwise, cinema all around. And How to Train Your Dragon 3 is a great send-off to that. Why the fuck are we fucking taking a movie series that started 14 years ago and making it a live-action fucking movie now? How desperate are we for a fucking franchise that we have to resurrect something that's only fucking 14 years old? And people are hemming and hawing, doing their whole fucking thing. Oh, well, the director of the first one's directing the live action, and it's going to be 1-to-1. It's like, great. So on the day it releases, I'll just pop in my fucking Blu-ray DVD copy of the animated movie, spend $0.00, and get the exact same fucking experience that I would have gotten if I went to go see it in theaters. This is what you're fucking telling me. Why does this exist? Why? The whole fucking trailer is shit that I've seen before. Oh, it's live action. Ruthless is all HD and shit. He looks just like he did in the most HD. Why the fuck does this exist? Why? Why in the goddamn of a motherfucker does this goddamn thing exist? Why? That's how I felt about that trailer.
I saw some shot-for-shot comparisons and shit from the trailer and the original movie. And honestly, look, I'll say, you know, the actors look great, but my problem is with the fucking dragons. You didn't do nothing. That's why I'm so mad. It's the movie was perfect as is. If you were going to make a live action movie, they should, listen, maybe this is just the cynical part of me, but maybe make Toothless look a little bit more like a dragon, like a monster. If it's real life, right? I don't buy live action cute Toothless. I just don't. I don't. Cartoon animated? Yeah, it's an animated movie. Of course. We got to get, you know what I'm okay. But live action, to me it did not translate. I'm looking at the animated movie. Like you said, they just high defed it. Oh, look, there's some wrinkles on his skin. I don't want to hear it. Yet, I'm online, and I'm seeing all of these people, and granted, I get it. As a Transformer fan, I get it. Okay? But, understand that if it's not what you think it is, the disappointment's going to hit hard. Even though I don't think that this is going to be the case for this particular movie. But the fucking amount of people losing their shit over this trailer and crying on the internet like, oh my God. And I sit here and I go, are they shilling? Because they got to be shilling, right? They got to be shilling. DreamWorks, please let me into. And some of them been on red carpets for like Marvel premieres and shit like that. So you definitely know they're shilling. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? You want to impress me? Well, not DreamWorks. But just impress me all around. Make a live action Goofy movie. Okay? Do that. You want to impress me? Live action The Goofy movie. Okay? Not CG. You animatronic that shit, Disney. Okay? Or where the fuck is Shrek? Why didn't they do a live action Shrek movie first?
Because they're doing a 5th movie right now.
Mike Myers, you missed the boat on this one, brother. Fuck! How about The Iron Giant? I could have totally bought that. I would have fucking went to see that.
Well, Brad Bird said if Incredibles 2 did really well, they would do a live action Iron Giant. And I think we're going on 3-4 years now.
I think longer than that, to be honest with you, brother. Incredibles 2 came out before COVID.
So 2019?
2019, 2018. It was. I went to see it in theaters, and it was the first time I had to sit like in a middle row in the corner. Like I'm always sitting in the back. I went in there, I was like, me and my daughter, I was like, yo, why is this place so fucking packed? No, it's The Incredibles 2. I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but I digress. Holy shit, that's 3 in 20 minutes. Fuck. Okay, so from that trailer, we had another trailer drop this week. And mind you, these trailers are dropping specifically for Wicked. there's a lot of promotional shit going around right now. The Brazilian, oh god, this movie, I think CinemaCon is coming out real soon, within a week or two, in Brazil. The hype train is rolling. Matter of fact, we might see some fucking Beyond the Spider-Verse shit, because they put a giant, lit up Miles Morales spider symbol on a building in New York.
Yeah, I saw that.
So get ready, because when that shit drops, yeah, we're talking about it. But did anybody see the new Minecraft trailer?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, JR, I'll start with you. What did you think of the new Minecraft trailer?
I'm gonna be honest, like, I first saw it yesterday and I was like, yeah, that's really good. Watched it again today. I'm like, I don't understand people's hate, right? Like, I understand the argument. It could have just been an animated movie. Yeah, well, look what is happening to animated movies lately. They're just becoming live action, so they're just skipping the animated portion. But Jack Black looks like he's having fun. Everyone looks like they're having fun. The bees were adorable. I don't know. It's just a chill movie, and it looks fun. And I play Minecraft. I've played Minecraft since 2011, 2010, 2011. Around there is when I first started playing it, and I still play it to this day. And this movie just looks, it's just a story in the Minecraft world. Jack Black being Steve is hilarious. I'm okay with this. I'm all right. It looks fine. People gotta calm down a little bit. It's just for fun, and that's okay. That's okay.
Rob, what was your thoughts if you've seen it?
Completely indifferent.
God.
Looks like a movie. That's it. I have no urge to see it. I have no urge to say that it looks like shit. It's a movie. It's a movie. I don't know. Maybe it'll be out in digital in 2 weeks. Maybe it'll be fucking near $1 billion by the end of its fucking second week. I don't know. It's a movie. Like, that's it. I wish I had more to say.
Honestly,
that's fair.
I think what you said about maybe it could be close to $1 billion in its second week, I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's actually...
Oh, it'll happen.
I think that could be par for the course. The only reason why I say that is because this is going to appeal really to the younger crowd and that generation that started Minecraft when they were younger and got to the point they're at right now, whether they're in their teenage years or their early 20s. They're going to go run to see this. I mean, it did... I can't lie, I enjoyed this trailer a lot better than the first one. A lot more.
Oh, yeah.
It does seem like Jack Black is having more of a good time. They gave a little bit more of the story. I'm okay with it. It looks fun. The only way I go see this movie in theaters is if my daughter goes, Dad, let's go see Minecraft. Okay, let's go. We'll go. Because, we used to play Minecraft. Like, that was the first video game she actually played. I tried to get her to play the Wind Waker when she was like 2. And all she did was run in circles. And I was like, no, baby, but you gotta go that way. Granted, she was 2. And that controller was big for a little 2-year-old's hands. I get it, granted. But I said, no, you're running in circles. You gotta go that way. No, you're using, oh, come on. Grab the rupee. I digress. Fucking for shit. Wow. All sorts of fucked up today. But yeah, no, I dug the trailer. I can't lie. I thought it was fun. I didn't see the How to Train Dragon trailer, but that's it. I mean, you know what? Enough of this trailer bullshit. Let's get to the nitty gritty of this fucking live stream, right? And that's Predator versus everything. Everything, everybody, all of it. Predator wants the smoke. They giving Predator's getting the smoke. He wants it all. From the early fucking days of crossover comic books to the upcoming Predator versus Spider-Man. Why? Because Marvel owns Fox, and Fox has the rights to Predator, so Marvel owns Disney, I should say. So Disney gets to do these comic books now. And I gotta be honest, The Predator versus Wolverine comic was not bad at all. I liked how it went from Logan, excuse me, James, early years, way before any adamantium, way before any X-Men, when he was just some dude with this weird shit mutation trying to fucking figure his life out. All the way up until the present time. I loved that. It was like a timeless story. I dug it. There's some hit and misses in there, but I thoroughly dug it. The Predator and Predator versus Black Panther, I read the first issue. It's a lot. It was a lot. So I was like, let me stop. I think it was only 4 issues and the 4th issue wrapped. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to read all that. And now in 2025, they're coming out with Predator versus Spider-Man. Well, that's not fair. But that cover is fucking one for the ages.
I agree.
That cover
That's a fucking fire cover.
Oh my god, I love it. Boy, that Marvel wasn't the only heroes to face off against the big bad Yauta. Okay? Because Judge Dredd has fought against them. Superman. Batman, absolutely. And Archie? I can't wait to get into the Archie one, Rob. And I'll be honest, I was supposed to read them. I was supposed to read them these last 2 days at work, but I started watching that Netflix UFO documentary. I was watching.
Yeah, I gotta get started on that one. It's interesting as fuck.
Yeah, I fucked up, Rob. I read real off topic, off kilter. I read a comic. It was 6 issues called The Kong Crew. And it was a what-if scenario. What if Kong actually survived and beat back the biplanes in the military in 1933 and created a fucking jungle out of Manhattan? Like, everybody left Manhattan. And
Jeez.
it was crazy. The concept was dope. But the execution was fucking terrible. I was mad. The art was really good. I dug the art. It was in black and white. It took place in 1940 something, 45 or 47, I forget. And then it ended on like not a cliffhanger, but it ended like, all right, there's another issue coming, and there was never another issue published. And this came out, I want to say, 5 to 7 years ago. But that's what I was reading. That's what I was reading this week. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to read the Archie versus Predator. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because some of the stuff I saw while looking for the thumbnails for this particular podcast, I was like, what the fuck? Although I will say, I came upon one fucking panel where those blades went through Archie's head and then ripped it apart. And I'm sitting there like, what? I gotta buy this. Fuck, read it. I just gotta own this shit on principle. My God.
Yeah.
But this is what I want to... This is the conversation I wanted to have in regards to the idea about the Predator going against these heroes. What is it with the Predator that makes that so interesting? Because, like, if you didn't read Predator versus Wolverine, the Predator wasn't hunting Wolverine until he found Wolverine. And then that's where it's like, oh, okay, now there's a reason for the hunt. But what, like, because, again, that's the whole thing. Trophy. They're trophy hunters. That's what they do. What makes it interesting with this cast of characters? Like, not this cast, but just in general. Fuck. I mean, Predator, it was a Predator versus Tarzan comic. Okay? Fucking Tarzan. There was. It almost made the thumbnail. But I was running out of words. Anybody can field that question. Any one of you.
No, I think the thing is As universal as the idea sounds, it's like the Predator's the ultimate badass of the galaxy. What if we put him up against this, that, and the other thing to show that, you know, like, whatever story they're trying to tell, like, for instance, Batman versus the Predator. You know, it's like Batman going up against the Predator, the ultimate hunter, the ultimate killer. I think that's what it is. Let's just see how these characters would fare up against the Predator. Archie, that don't make sense. That's just hilarious to me.
Yeah, I can't wait to
but
get to that.
Wolverine, yeah. It's like you have the ultimate Predator coming down, and then through circumstance, it inadvertently comes across Wolverine, and then they hunt each other. You know, they fight, and it's dope. The problem is it becomes very one note. There's not much else you can do outside of that.
Which is
that's inherently the problem I see. I have the original Alien versus Predator comics, and I have everything pretty much Alien versus Predator comic. I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of that shit. I haven't read it in God knows how long, but it's just, it all ends up being exactly the same to me. And I don't know, maybe that's, I see the appeal. I do, because, you know, the movies are the exact same way. You know, oh, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, what if he fights an alien? Yeah, it's dope. Or Danny Glover for some reason.
That's the dopest one. You shut your mouth.
I love Predator 5. That's my second, or Predator 5, Predator 2. That's my second favorite Predator movie. But I think inherently that's the thing, is we just want to see the Predator fight these characters because he's the ultimate badass. You know, there's been Predator versus Terminator, hasn't there?
Aliens versus Predator versus Terminator. Yep, it's in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I read that. It was terrible.
Yeah.
terrible.
It's like, it's badass. As it doesn't deviate from the formula too much, it still is, I would just say, maybe a primal thing with us. I don't know. Like, we just want to see things fight the Predator. It's badass most of the time. But, you know, I don't know. That's my take on it. And it's just, it's something that'll continue to happen. I mean, dude, Captain America versus the Predator. What are we doing? Come on.
It's gonna
Thanos versus the Predator. Let's go.
I don't think that'll happen, but no, Captain America I can see happening. I mean, after the Spider-Man
That
thing.
would be dope. And it also shows the skill set of these combatants, right? It does. It's like the Predator learns. Fast learner, fast to adapt, ultimate hunter. It keeps our heroes on their toes. They're always having to change the way they fight. And I don't know. It's awesome.
You know what? That makes
Even
sense.
though
that
Go ahead.
that Batman versus Predator, that was the first one I was like, that's the first crossover that I seen. You know, but I was like, what the fuck? I've seen the Alien versus Predator comic books on the shelves. I never got it. I was like, nah, I'm all right. But the Batman versus Predator, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, right? And like you said, adapting. It wasn't the Predator doing the adapting, it was Batman doing the adapting, and I fucking loved it.
Changing tactics and everything. It's brilliant. It really is brilliant.
Rob, what about you, man? Like, what's your take? Why the Predator?
Well, I don't think I'm going to say anything really all that different from JR. It's just interesting, you know, especially depending on, like, you know, what version of the Predator you're talking about. You have these trophy hunters that hunt by honor, and they look for the most dangerous game. And you put them in the right fucking universe, and you can get a lot of really cool stories out of it. And now we're getting Spider-Man. Like, it's just interesting. There's no, like, two ways about it. An honorable hunter from the galaxy's deepest reaches coming to Earth, some version of Earth. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna pick a fight with Peter fucking Parker. There you go. You have me sold. I was sold the minute I saw that cover.
Yeah.
I don't need much in that category. knowing what I know about the Predator and knowing what I know about Peter, let's go. And honestly, sometimes that's all it needs to be. I have not read Predator versus Wolverine or Batman versus Predator or anything. I haven't read many of them. But the idea and the concept for all of those, something like the Predator versus somebody like Wolverine, somebody like Batman, Superman, like, it's just cool. It's an idea that sounds good on paper, but the more you think about it, it just gets better. Because there's no ceiling.
That's a good point. There's no ceiling. The Predator versus Wolverine, man, that shit is gruesome. Like, it's gruesome. Like, what I love about that book is it's the same Predator. When Wolverine, bone claws him early. Again, this is James Howlett. This is not Logan yet. This is not Wolverine. It's James Howlett. And the Predator goes after somebody else, and he sees James Howlett like, whoa, what the fuck? And there's an exchange, and that Predator doesn't die. Wolverine thinks he's dead, but that Predator did not die. Wolverine outsmarted him because he was like, I can't fuck with this. What the fuck is this? And then that Predator haunts and hunts Wolverine throughout the decades, throughout the ages. So there's a sequence where Wolverine is in Weapon X now, and he's like laying on the table, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. And the Predator's like, I got him, dead to rights. I got him dead to rights. And he does the acid thing on his face. He melts Wolverine. Yo, it's fucking crazy. And I'm like, wait, what? It's nuts. And then, of course, Wolverine's not dead, so he wakes up in the Berserker Rage because he's Weapon X Wolverine. And then there's that fight. And it's like, yo, this is crazy. So it was dope. It was dope. And then there's even a fight in Japan because after the Berserker Rage shit, Wolverine, and this is why I do love this comic, his memory is constantly being wiped. So he doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't remember the meeting. He doesn't remember meeting this fucking thing. So when it's coming after him now in like modern times, he's like, oh, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, the way they did it was good. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think I liked the ending, but usually when something is that good, the ending usually kind of sucks. I gotta reread the last issue. When it comes to Predator versus Black Panther, it wasn't that, if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't that they went to hunt the Black Panther. They were going to get the vibranium.
Oh.
And they just come across Black Panther. And it's like, okay, we're the opponent. But, dude, because it starts off with like a blood feud on the Predator homeworld between two brothers. There's a brother that's like a gimp, and then the brother that's the warrior. And the gimp brother, and I don't mean that in a nasty term, I'm just using the term that I know, but the gimp brother wants to prove itself to the father. The father makes them have a fucking blood feud. The gimp kind of loses, well, does lose, but gets away. And then that's pretty much where I stopped reading. But Predator versus Spider-Man, the only thing I can think of where Spider-Man would be like a worthy opponent, not saying that Spider-Man alone ain't, but you're in New York City. There's fucking Captain America, for instance. The only thing I can think of Spider-Man being a worthy opponent is if Spidey has the symbiote.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh. JR, do you see what I see?
Holy shit.
Do you see what I see?
I see a web-slinging fool showed up. Spider-Man, lock me in a warehouse with a Predator, and I'll show it a real Predator. Bro?
Oh.
Zoinks.
Yo.
How you doing?
Spider-Man just went Zack Snyder's Spider-Man just now. Put me in a warehouse. He said, I will put people's heads through walls. Oh, Spider-Man, I love you, man. How you doing? It's good to see you. I'm sorry you have to go up against the Yautja in 2025. I'm rooting for you, Spidey. I'm rooting for you.
Oh, I'm rooting for you too, bro. But let's be honest here. Why did you say that name? Sorry.
May, why did you say that name? So, like, things like, let's say, Superman versus Predator, right? Now, I'm pretty sure I read that. Or I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about Batman and Superman versus Aliens versus Predator, if that's even a thing. It might be, it might not. But Superman versus Predator poses a problem for me. Wow, that was a lot of P's there. How? It's Superman, unless Superman is on an alien world with a red sun. Where it now becomes more, I have to rely on what Batman taught me to win. I'm going to go hunt that one down. I'm going to hunt that one down and read it. But then there's shit like Judge Dredd, Predator versus Judge Dredd. I like that idea. You know?
Good idea.
Serious. It's nuts. I didn't read that. I really should have done my homework with this one. But then there's the other one that I actually do own. Ugh, and that's Predator versus Justice League versus the Predator. Man,
oh dear.
When I tell you this is probably the worst crossover comic I've ever read in my life. The Predators.
That bad? Huh?
Yeah, it's that bad. They get the powers of the Justice League.
I don't like this.
There is literally, and this is the time where Plastic Man is on the Justice League, and I'm a Plastic Man mark. You can't tell me nothing wrong. I love me some Plastic Man. But there's a Predator that gets Plastic Man's powers, and he becomes like a Plastic Man. You know, Plastic Man will turn into a car. He turns into a spaceship, the Predator. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this is the goofiest thing in the fucking world. Why are we doing this? Why? Because Batman versus Predator is so fucking good. Maybe not the third one. But the first and second one is really good. The first one's fantastic. The second one, I love the idea of revenge. You killed you dirty rat, you dirty bad, you killed my brother, you dirty bad. I love that idea that the fucking sibling comes to Gotham to kill Batman for killing his brother. Oh shit, it's dope. It's dope.
Spider-Man comes in, those clones, superhero predators are embarrassing.
1000%. 1000%. Spider-Man, you know what you're talking about. It's kind of like when the fucking aliens turned into Batman's rogues gallery. Oh, man, when I tell you, I was so upset seeing even though Uncle Todd, make that fucking Joker alien, bro. Pretty please. I buy it.
Lord knows you don't want to try hunting down the the Joker Xenomorph from fucking NECA these days.
Yeah, wait. Fun.
Wait, they did that? They did.
Yes, they did.
No shit, that's got to be like $300.
It was a better get it now, and it's gone, and yeah.
Pretty sure that was one of the Comic-Con exclusives.
Even worse.
Pretty sure.
See, that's where it sucks. Comic-Cons, man.
No, it had a limited release because I saw it at a store, but they had it marked up to like $60.
60?
Maybe they picked it up at Comic-Con, but
60.
Yeah, that sounds like a Comic-Con.
$60 is tolling to me, bro. I'd pay $60 for that shit because I want that shit.
Oh shit, that was like 5 years ago, dude.
Shit.
It was a two-pack. I think it was like Joker, Xenomorph, and Batman.
Yeah, Batman came with the Predator, right? Yeah.
I think Batman came with the Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then vice versa. I don't know, but it was released a long time ago, dude.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. Dude, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a Comic-Con exclusive. I remember it at fucking Toys R Us.
What?
Oh.
It was at Toys R Us. Yeah. I remember that because I looked at it and said, wow, that's stupid, and didn't buy it.
It's because you didn't read the book. The book was stupid, though.
I didn't read the book. I'm kicking myself in the ass. I remember that shit. Oh, my God.
I own the book. Matter of fact, after this, I'm going to go dig that shit out. and cry. I'm gonna take pictures. I'll put it in Shoot the Shit. Because I do own that book, and I definitely own that Justice League one. I should have thrown that one out.
Should have just given it
get
to
it
me.
for $100 on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why would you tell this man this?
I'm
you
sorry.
know what he's about to do.
Here's a picture, right? It's in Shoot the Shit.
Da-da-da-da-da, as I go over here.
Yes! Yes! No, I saw that shit in Toys R Us. Yes!
You said $100 on Amazon? Because guess where I'm at right now?
Getting me a Christmas present?
$106.99.
God.
Damn, that's sick, though. I can't believe someone still has it.
You know what, though?
Boxed on eBay, it's like $145.
All right, you know what? Though?
Yeah,
I can't play myself. I'm sorry, Pooza. You're right. You're the only alien
Spider-Man.
that works here. You're absolutely right.
Spider-Man comes in. I have that Predator figure in storage.
Shit.
Lucky.
I will say this, though. One of the things that I do like about Disney owning Fox is all the cool concept pitches that the Marvel artist gets to do now with both IPs. Because here's the deal, I will say this too. Right now, Aliens versus Avengers is fucking fire. The problem is, one issue every 3 months. We're only on issue 2. We're only on issue 2. I don't know how many issues this is, but holy shit, when I tell you Marvel's having fun with these IPs, they really are. They really are. And issue 2 of Aliens versus Avengers gives you the multiverse. So it's
okay.
So it's Earth. It's an Avengers Earth, but it's an Avengers Earth well into the future. It's crazy, and I am eating it all up. It's one of those things, man. When that trade comes out, I'm gonna get it. But again, it's all got to culminate into something, right? Dark Horse did it. The movies did it. Hulu's about to do it, right? Is it Hulu or is it gonna come out in theaters? What do you think? The new AVP. Is it gonna be a show?
They're doing another?
They absolutely
want to. I don't know if it's like official, but they want to.
Oh my god. They never learn. They don't learn.
How could this be a bad thing?
Here's the thing about AVP though. They did 2 bad movies.
Yeah.
1.5 bad movies.
By now you should know how to not make those mistakes again. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta get the comic book fans in there. Go. Like, I know the original movie took elements from the original Alien vs. Predator comic because I have that comic. But if you're gonna go that route, just fucking do the comic. Adapt the comic. Get some comic fans in this shit. You want to revitalize this Alien Predator universe? Go to the comics. Just saying. My
biggest beef is with Predator. It makes sense. They come to Earth. They want to hunt the best on Earth, right? So when it comes to, like, for instance, the superheroes, I love that idea, right? But for AVP, I don't know if it needs to be on Earth. Like, it doesn't, in my opinion, does not need to be on Earth. Because the idea is the Predators are honing their skills against the Xenomorphs. So you could just go to a colonized planet that's already been established, an alien, right? We've got these colonies. Just do what you do. I think I got the first 3 novels, maybe the first 4, but I remember the first one the most, AVP. Because I was like, yes, this makes sense. They're on this fucking colonized colony planet, and the Predators come here to rock and roll. I fucking love this idea. Then they took that concept and they turned it into AVP, somewhat.
Yeah.
I can't sit here and say I was mad at the extinction of certain civilizations because of, the predators bringing aliens and then them having to fucking nuke themselves like that shot with the Incas. I think it was Incas. Maybe it was Mayans. Who knows? But, I like that. But at the same time, we don't need that, man. Set that shit on another planet. This is why Predators works, right? Because we're not on Earth. We're taking the ones we think are worthy and dropping them off on this hunt planet, and we're gonna hunt them. Oh, I love that idea.
No, it's a fantastic idea.
And I think this is where Disney should rock and roll.
I just personally, I don't know, man. I don't know where you can go with another Alien versus Predator. Hold on. Spider-Man comes in. I just want Wolf from AVP Requiem to be reused in another series. That Predator needs to be in a good, well-lit movie. Yes, it's a badass design. He's a badass Predator.
And that's the only problem with that movie. It's not well lit.
Yeah, it's campy as hell.
I love that fucking
it's
movie.
It's goofy.
Man. I swear to God, I'm not even lying, man. I fucking love AVPR when I can see it.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, here's the greater problem. We could have ignored Covenant, but Alien Romulus solidified all of Ridley Scott's bullshit. So going forward, if they do AVP, that will always be there, and it contradicts, 100% contradicts established AVP lore within comics and the respective franchises in of themselves. So it's just gotten really fucking muddy from the black goo.
This seems to be a Disney problem because there's this tiny franchise that kind of kickstarted all this shit off. It's called Star Wars. You talk about misplacing continuity, for the love of God.
Yeah.
But and it's funny because that black goo is in issue 2 of Aliens, Avengers versus Aliens. But it makes sense in that context. I was like, oh, okay. It doesn't make sense in the movie. I hate the movie. I hate Covenant. I hate Romulus. I don't hate Romulus. I have a very huge disdain for it because it could have been so much more. I hate the prequel comic. Marvel, you fucked up. Piece of shit comic. Oh, God. That motherfucker. But I'm gonna...
I don't know, man. It just sucks because it's like everything's muddled and confusing because, to be honest, Ridley Scott won't just step aside. And he keeps shoehorning his original ideas in from Fox, and Spider-Man comes in. They're going to multiverse AVP and move away from Ridley's goo.
I was thinking
I don't think so.
No, I was thinking that. I think that's true. I think it's true. I do.
But here's the problem with that idea is, wasn't Ridley Scott talking about directing the next Alien movie?
No.
That was the thing.
That was a thing a couple
like
weeks ago.
Last week? Yeah.
No, never happened.
No. I see. Windshield wipers.
I swear to fucking God, Ridley Scott, stay the fuck away from fucking Alien, bro. You had your goddamn time. You had it all fucked up with Prometheus. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't fucking great. But then you get the fucking Alien Covenant. Oh, the beast is cooked. You know what else is fucking cooked? Every goddamn original idea that went into Alien Covenant. You fucked up. You didn't have a good time. I didn't have a good fucking time. Got your goddamn xenomorph tubes fucking flipping through the goddamn floor, climbing down a fucking ladder. Nah, you see, listen, Ridley, fuck off. Your time is done. Your goose is cooked. You're done. We don't need you anymore. You can support your AI. You can do your other fucking... My alien fucked my wife. Now I drink the scotch. Prometheus 3.5. That is the movie that I want to do. I am a Ridley Scott. Go fuck yourself. Ridley, I don't want your ideas. I don't want your fucking story. I don't want your fucking prequels. Where did the aliens come from? I don't give a fuck where the aliens came from. I care about where the franchise is going. I don't care about going backwards. I want to go forwards. Far the fuck away from you, your ideas, your goddamn Christ porn that you're fucking doing with all this shit, your handsome Squidward fucking engineers that you ruined. I'm sorry. Ridley, fuck off. If any director is coming back at this point and it ain't James Cameron, it'll be David Fincher.
Oh!
Because David Fincher's an established director now, and he had nothing to do with Alien 3. But I'm fucking done with Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott.
He doesn't have any good input, any good ideas. Spider-Man, I'll get to you in a second. It's just not there. Prometheus was fine. It's not an alien movie. And then whatever the fuck Covenant was, which he claimed, the studio wanted the Xenomorph. Really? Then what the fuck is Romulus? Why is your shit in Romulus and Fede Alvarez coming out and saying, you wanted that shit in there? No, asshole. Why are you making Gladiator 2? What the fuck? Stop doing shit. Just old man yells at clouds. That's Ridley Scott. I swear to God. Spider-Man says, I won't let Scott direct anyways. No one? You better not. You swoop into fucking Disney Fox's studio and you fucking spider whip that shit. And every time he steps in there, you hit him. You hit him with a spider ball. Call the Green Goblin.
Web sling his ass. Web swing.
This is fucking. It's
Make
bullshit.
pizza time with his face.
I have to issue an apology real quick. I don't like doing that, but I have to. So we're almost to the season. We just passed one. So, dear Michael Dougherty, I'm sorry. I know I could be really fucking disrespectful to you and your vision with Godzilla King of the Monsters. You've made two fantastic movies I thoroughly enjoyed in Trick or Treat and Krampus. But, when it came to Godzilla King of the Monsters, I'm not going to blame you for the stupid jokes. I'm going to say studio interference. I will hold you accountable, though, for Rodan's Roar. And as much as I go crazy when it comes to that, what my brother Rob just did, he took the fucking taco. So, Michael Dougherty, mwah, I love you. I apologize. I'm sorry. I won't let you off the hook. But I don't think I'm going to be able to top that rant ever. Ever.
It's just like, dude, I grew up having nothing but respect for Ridley Scott because Alien was like one of the last movies to fucking scare the piss out of me, and it's nearly as old as my mom is. That fucked me up. And when Prometheus was coming out, I was like its number one defender before it came out. I'm like, guys, it's not an alien movie. It takes place in the same universe. It's not an alien movie yet. You got to go in with that mindset. And to this day, I still do enjoy some things about Prometheus, but everything that went into Prometheus that led up into Covenant, it just completely contradicts itself. Yeah. I don't need the alien. I'm Ridley Scott. I don't need the alien. The beast is cooked. We don't need any of that shit. This is my story. David, Fassbender, motherfucker. We're going to do all this shit. And then all of a sudden, I really wanted to get back to the alien. I mean, the alien is central to everything that this franchise is. It's like, the beast is cooked, huh? You fucking piece of shit, Ridley Scott-ass mother. And it's just like everything following Covenant has just been Ridley Scott on this bitch and moan tour of him just making movies and people not jiving with it, and him immediately saying, well, it's the culture these days. It's like...
No, dude. We're your fans. We're telling you as your fans, it's not the culture. It is what it is. Stop.
It is.
This
And
shit
it's
wouldn't
you.
have worked in the
It's
80s.
you.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked in the 80s if you would have done it then. Well, it wouldn't have worked. You know what? I wouldn't even say the 80s. It wouldn't have worked after. Fuck. I'll even go this far and say after Resurrection. Because at least that was still a going forward. When you start to do prequels. Alright. Here's one of the biggest missteps with a prequel of all time. Was episode 1. What the fuck is a midichlorian? Right?
Shit you put in your pool.
Right, exactly. What did George do after the fucking criticism that came from that? He didn't make good movies afterwards, even though I still to this day, Revenge of the Sith is one of the best Star Wars movies ever made.
Revenge of the Sith's a good movie. That's
what I'm saying.
That's the consensus now.
But what he did was, it was too much Jar Jar in episode 1 and midichlorians. What he did is, he brought all that shit down. He let the narrative of the originals, like the originals, I should say, he let the narrative, like the originals, make the movie. Granted, George is not the greatest director of all time, right? He didn't direct Empire Strikes Back. Alright? And that's hailed as the greatest Star Wars movie of all time, even though it's really Return of the Jedi. Well, but the fact was, those were story-driven movies, right? It was all about the story. The changes got changed quick when people were like, nah, Ridley Scott wants to double down. Get the fuck out of here. And the proof is in the pudding with Romulus. The proof is in the pudding with Romulus. That's right. That's
You gotta move away from it. Did you guys get the chat laws away?
No.
No.
Okay. Spider-Man comes in. I'm sorry, Doherty. God damn it. I've been drinking. Listen. I treated your Godzilla changes too harshly after seeing Evolved Godzilla. Evolved Godzilla is garbage, bro.
I can't wait for mine to come in from Spiral Studios. By the way, I'm still waiting. I heard it was on a fucking container. Where is it? It's shipped. I hope they didn't run into a hurricane or a kraken or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a motherfucking beast from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to come and take my fucking thing. I paid money. I want my thing.
But I think the thing here is like, part of me, and I was thinking about this this morning. Ridley Scott seems to be one of those individuals that wants to latch onto his own universe to where he has a continuous creativity over one thing, whether he directs or is producer on his own franchise. And it seems like Alien's up in the air. It's back and forth with him. So he does Gladiator 2 to maybe latch onto that, right? Latch onto this idea that he can have his own franchise where he controls everything. But bro, you're not listening to the people. Nobody asked for Gladiator 2, and then it comes out and it's mid. People are saying it's mid. This is opening weekend, but every review I've seen, people are like, yeah, it's literally the first movie but with CG. You got a lot of CG. And then you have the fans of Alien getting pissed off because you're fucking with established lore that's existed since your original movie in 1979.
You know, it's funny because the exact same thing happened with Metroid.
Yeah.
One of the major fucking people that was involved with bringing that series to light just so decided to say the Prime trilogy isn't canon, so I'm going to make a game that's a sequel to one of the greatest fucking video games ever made, Super Metroid, and a prequel to Metroid Fusion. And then he injects all this shit that nobody didn't fucking want from the goddamn beginning, ruins the main character as a fucking character, and does shit within it that makes absolutely zero sense. But you see, the difference between Ridley Scott and Yoshio Sakamoto is that bro learned. Ridley Scott isn't learning. He is high off of his noxious ass gas right now, bro.
How old is he? He's fucking in his 80s, isn't he? Like, the guy's old as shit. He was in his like 30s or 40s Yeah, he was in his 30s or 40s when he made Alien, bro. Like, dude's old, and it just comes off as grumpy, pretentious old man won't just let it go.
And that's really what it comes off as, like, entirely.
He's like fucking D-list Francis Ford Coppola at this point. At least Francis Ford Coppola came out with this Metropolis film, was like, yeah, I just wanted to make a passion project, and nobody fucking liked it. And he's like, I don't care. I made it because I wanted to make it. It wasn't fucking with established lore that's 40 to 50 years old. Get real.
I'm telling you right now, though, if Megalopolis leads to a fucking Godfather Part 4, I'm burning that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm going after Coppola because we don't need a Godfather 4.
Bro,
we
it's
don't
not
need
gonna
a
happen.
goddamn Godfather 3.
No. But it's just, it just comes off as that. Like, Ridley Scott's arrogant, he's old, and he just doesn't, maybe he's a little bit senile.
But that's what I think.
Just say it.
That's what I think, that like the control that Ridley Scott wants to have. He never wanted that when Aliens was made, when Alien 3 was made, when Resurrection was made. So why all of a sudden, right? They want to do a movie that negates Alien 3 and Resurrection, and you got this up-and-coming South African fucking director who has nailed it already with fucking District 9, Neil Blomkamp, and some awesome Halo 3 fucking commercials. Let's not fuck that up. And all of a sudden now you want to fucking put your balls on the table and be like, I'm Ridley Scott, bitch. Why? He wasn't doing nothing then.
Dude,
he might have been
those
doing
concepts.
He might have been doing the Achilles
are
movie.
alone. Dude, Neil Blomkamp, fuck. This is the problem with the Alien franchise. Whenever a good idea comes up, we're robbed. It's been happening since Alien 3. Good ideas come up, we're robbed, and we're left with the shit afterwards. And I am sick and fucking tired of it. And Ridley Scott, it used to be Fox. It used to be Fox. And even the head producer of the Alien franchise in the bonus features of Alien 3 admits that shit. He was a dick and he should have stepped the fuck back. When Fox admits their faults, holy fuck, dude. But you are the new Fox. You are the problem.
See, all right, so let me ask y'all this. Knowing that Ridley Scott is who he is, right? But knowing Disney and who they are, and now that they own all this shit, how much leeway does Disney give Ridley Scott? Because, see, Romulus, I think they said, okay, you know what? We're not going to take nothing away from you. We're going to incorporate your goo. Which drove me fucking crazy. Dude, if you wanted to do the goo thing again, and this is why I get mad at this fucking movie in particular, I wanted to see an alien produce eggs that's not a queen. How do we do it? It's the ultimate machine. It's the ultimate life form. The first alien was setting it up. It was turning one of the engineers into a fucking cocoon, into an egg. Use the black goo in that regard. Please. Not this idea that, you could kill something and the black goo will bring it back to life. Fuck that! I wanted to see something like that. Something that went a different route. That that added to the lore. Holy shit. But, that's my question. It looks like Disney let that rock. And how much leeway does Disney give Ridley Scott? Now, I'm not going to say, again, earlier today, I'm not going to say Gladiator 2 is going to be an outright failure. I don't believe that. But, if we look at Ridley Scott's alien movies, whether it's Prometheus or Covenant didn't do nothing. Didn't move the needle.
It was a flop.
If people were giant alien fans, they came out in a term Rob used earlier, indifferent. I walked out of Covenant pissed the fuck off. I was like, the fuck is this shit? Pissed. I was like, I can't believe they didn't use Rodan's run. That's not true. That's not what I said. But I was pissed. I was like, yo, this is stupid. Yet, My boy that I went with, it was me, my brother, and his brother-in-law, my boy, right? He was indifferent. He was trying to find the positives because he's a diehard Alien fan. Diehard. He was trying to find the positives. And then at the end of the day, he was like, it's not the greatest Alien movie. It's not there. But I respected him trying to find the positives. To me, it's none. It's none. It's a piece of shit movie. And that was, to me, Ridley Scott throwing his balls around. I can't see him doing that, though, with an AVP. Or even Alien Earth. Executive producer credit? Absolutely. Spielberg still gets executive producer credits on all the Transformers movies. Fuck, I'm pretty sure they'll do a 50th anniversary animated movie, and it'll say, executive producer Steven Spielberg. What? What? That's just how that works now, right? But being an executive producer, to me, all it means is you're going to get a kickback from whatever this movie makes. And that's fine. And if I was Ridley Scott, leave it the fuck alone. You know, it kills me. His filmography is ridiculous. It's not Alien. It's not. He has a solid filmography. He really, 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 really does. He's a great director. Yeah. He's a great director. I just think that he was. Well, Gladiator 2 could, Gladiator 2. Look, and again, Furiosa, fucking George Miller, fantastic director. Nobody talks about it. Again, the movie just fucking flopped. I still don't get why. That movie. I'll save that shit. I can't wait to rewatch that motherfucker. I just don't think Disney is gonna let Ridley Scott run amok on what their plans are right now for both these franchises, because nobody claims Predator. Nobody. The way Ridley Scott is claiming Alien. So if we're gonna do that AVP shit, I think Disney's gonna be like, yo, hold up. We're gonna throw this shit on Hulu. Or we're gonna make it a theatrical movie that's gonna be on Hulu in a month, 45 days, whatever they do nowadays. Maybe 90, hopefully, when it comes back down to it. He should not have no fucking input on it. The movie should be set in the future on a weird ass planet. You want to fuck around and set it on a space station? Make it a fucking Predator space station. They're a technologically sound fucking species. Why can't they have space stations? They got spaceships. They fly across the galaxy. Could you imagine a fucking Predator space station that is an incubation station for the fucking aliens? And they just bring random fucking biological beings. Doesn't even have to be human. Dude. Remember, in Predators, right? Predator 3, Predators. Whatever was in that fucking that wasn't human. That thing was not a human.
It could be like there's a episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where Picard and all these different races are kidnapped and they all got to learn to work together, blah, blah, blah. That's your narrative. You get a group of you get it, like one or two humans and a bunch of different fucking guys in alien suits. They're on a Predator space station. They were supposed to be incubated, but something went fucking wrong. Bam, there's your Alien versus Predator. And then Captain Picard shows up in the Star Trek Starship Enterprise for no reason.
Yes. Predator Romulus, baby. Predator Romulus. Let's go.
Exactly. It's something that you could fucking do. Or maybe it's a planet. A space station on a planet and they gotta escape, but it's like a desolate wasteland planet.
If there's a space station on a planet, it's no longer a space station because it defeats the purpose. It's on the planet. It's just a station.
A colonized planet of predators.
We're doing a lot of talking about Ridley Scott. What do you think James Cameron would say in this regard?
All right.
He would laugh.
All right. Hold up. I got some words. Because James Cameron is not innocent. He's not innocent. There's blood on his hands.
No, he's not. He's definitely not.
There's blood on his hands because James Cameron, I'm looking right at you, my brother, and I love you. James Cameron is one of the master filmmakers. Not great, master filmmakers, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of my time. Spielberg, Cameron, Yamazaki. Said it there. But James Cameron got blood on his hands with Terminator.
Oh, yes, he does.
I'm sorry.
He does.
I'm sorry. Because he's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's right. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, God, a Dark Fate. Absolutely. And I swear to God, I remember in the theater liking Dark Fate, right? Liking it. I've never seen it again. But the one I get the most fucking flack from, I really love Genesis. I think that's how you do a Terminator movie after the greatness of Terminator 1 and 2. Genesis to me was perfect because it was incorporating all that shit except for 3. 3 sucks. Fuck 3. Fuck 3. And Salvation should have been better than it was. They had the wrong director in McG, even though McG did a fantastic job with X-Men 3. But that's a podcast for another day. That's a podcast for another day. Just say it. I love me some X3. That's all I'm saying. I love me some X3. But James Cameron's blood, he's got blood in the game because he, different from Ridley Scott, where Ridley Scott wants to be a control freak, James Cameron's like, yeah, that works. Yeah, put my name on it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then it's not fine.
Not only that, he endorses it. He came out and said Dark Fate. He's like, this is exactly what I would do. Really?
He was paid to say that.
I know.
He was absolutely
But that's
paid
the
to
problem.
say
He
Yes.
created this franchise by making two of the most iconic films in movie history. And it's like, I'm working on Avatar 37 and 38 right now. I'm fucking busy.
I bet you that's probably the main reason why Terminator fell into such a disrepair. It's like, yeah, sure, I'll be a producer and take money. And he's like, I'm working on my Blue People quadrilogy +1. And it's like, all right, James, I mean, do your shit. You're James Cameron, the greatest pioneer.
But it starts even before that. It's Titanic.
Yeah.
It's
What's wrong
Titanic.
with Titanic?
Nothing. Except that it's fucking long and boring. And the best part of the movie is when everybody's dying, when the ship's sinking. It's the greatest part. I'm in the theater laughing out loud. People are crying, and I'm laughing out loud with the two old people on the bunk bed when the water's getting them. I didn't give up. I hated that fucking movie. I hated it then. I fucking hated it now. And draw me like one of your French girls. I don't give a fuck. I can't stand that movie. I hate it. James Cameron, you're the man.
I'm so sorry.
You're the man. No, listen, no, and I get it. Everything that movie got, it was well deserved. I just wasn't there. I just wasn't. I was in that movie theater like, yo, this movie is way too fucking long to get to the fucking point. I don't give a fuck about this guy. I don't give a fuck about this girl. I just, where's the iceberg? Where's the iceberg? Drown. And when that started to happen, I was like, all right, now we're in. This is good. Whoa. But this is the best part. This is the best part. Fuck you, James Cameron. I'll never let you go, Jack. I'll never let you go.
We need to,
And then let him go. Oh, man, listen, I fucking hate that shit so much. I was like, and I get it. It was, I'll never let you go in my heart. But fuck out of here, bro. You can't. When that movie came out, I was like, I might have been 18, 19, maybe 20. I don't even remember. But I was like, you're just stupid. What the fuck is this? Bro, I didn't give a fuck. People were mad at me. I was in the Pavilion Theater, Park Slope, Brooklyn. Pavilion Theater. Motherfuckers like, shut up, you mother. Yo, I became Robert De Niro in fucking Cape Fear. I'm in the back of the theater. Wow. Fuck that movie, bro. Fuck you, James Cameron. Fuck you. James Cameron, your best underwater movie was The Abyss. You know it. We know it. Stop your shit. Make more alien movies. Oh, get the fuck out of here. This motherfucker want to take.
Somebody needs to quit
30 years. He want to take 30 years off to develop fucking film to make Pandora look real. Yo, dude, it's a movie. It looks real already. We already sold. You ain't got to do it. Bro, when I saw your future in Terminator 1, I was like, that's real. It's real.
I need.
I'm just saying.
Right, I'm gonna figure out how to download this.
Wait, what'd I do?
podcast.
What'd I do? I blacked out.
When
Bro,
you said-
I blacked out.
Hit the iceberg, drown. I'm gonna use that shit in every video from now on. That was fucking perfect.
I'm sorry, man.
Where's the
Where's the iceberg, drown?
Bro, that was the first VHS tape I saw that was broken into two. I said, what the fuck is this? I think Ben-Hur might have been the first one, but nobody looking at Ben-Hur. I'm talking about in the modern day. This shit, man, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit.
I gotta get to chat. Spider-Man says Cameron wants to focus on interspecies relationships now. The internet has him now. 93 years later, on her deathbed, Rose still loved Jack over her husband and children. Absolute insanity. That's why they hit the iceberg and drowned.
This is what I'm talking about. Spider-Man gets it. Spider-Man fucking gets it. I want to know how much Spider-Man's going to be here next week on Bat Friday. But I'm just saying,
where's the iceberg drown?
Fuck. It drives me crazy, bro. I sat there, man. I'm looking at my wife.
We're changing the name of the podcast.
I'm looking at my wife. She's my then girlfriend. I'm looking at a friend that I paid for to come with us. They both crying. The people next to me crying. The people behind me crying. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You fucking serious? When Vader sacrificed himself for Luke, you cry there. You cry there, okay? You don't cry in the special edition. You don't cry in a Blu-ray edition when you're, no. You don't cry there. That's terrible. But in the original, oh man, oh shit. You cry in the Wrath of Khan. Spock!
I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
That just drives me nuts, man.
When you said, where's the iceberg drown?
I blacked out.
It's one of the greatest.
I blacked out. I'm sorry. I did.
You topped my rant with "Where's the iceberg drown."
Absolutely. I don't even believe I said that. I don't even. I'm sorry. I apologize. I did.
It's perfect.
I apologize. It's amazing.
I never.
I love
you know
it.
what the problem is? I never really got to really vocalize my feelings about that movie, bro. Like I've said things about it, right? But I never got to be in the fucking moment, man. I never did. James Cameron, you got blood on your hands, brother.
It was all part of my plan to bring up James Cameron during this podcast so Ray could get his Titanic frustrations out.
I feel better now. Like I want to watch it now, you know?
This Predator podcast, Predator versus comic book podcast, ended up at where's the iceberg? Hit it.
Oh my god.
Where's the iceberg drown? Whatever the fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Spider-Man, I clipped that from G1. He clipped it. Emailed that shit to me. I'm using it in every one of my videos from now on. Every single one.
Listen. I want executive producer credit on every video you put up.
Every time.
I want to kick back half a cent. Every time. Oh my god.
Listen, everyone's getting a fucking shout out come May, so I'm just saying.
Oh my god. Oh, all right. Interlude, right? All right, let's pimp that. That's important. Let's pimp that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Serious, true, fucking cool. Some of the greatest things that ever happened. Seriously, JR has been bestowed an opportunity that I'm insanely jealous of. I'm about to drive up to his motherfucking house and Idaho and choke his ass. But JR is going to be hosting a fucking panel at Idaho's biggest Comic-Con. That's amazing, brother. It's fucking congratulations, man. Seriously, bro. I'm so fucking happy for you. And I swear to God,
I appreciate it.
If this shout out don't get me on that motherfucking stage in that panel so you can interview me, we're gonna have fucking words for life.
You get that, dude? Yo, I run that shit. Here's the thing. The info that I have is I have a room, I have a panel, I interview the special guests, whether that's Friday or Saturday or both. I still have the room all fucking day. It's my room. I do what I want. So if y'all end up showing up, I'm just saying.
When is this again?
I believe, let me check real quick, because it's in May. It's a Saturday.
Oh,
sorry.
no, well,
it's a Saturday and Sunday.
I won't be there in May, no. Because, you know, the goal was to only get a year in, and the year ends in March.
Oh, I see how it is.
No, I'll be there.
So, real fast, May 17th and the 18th, which is should be a Saturday and Sunday. 17th and 18th. Yep, Saturday and Sunday. So, yes, I will have my own room at Gem State Comic-Con. I will be hosting a panel. The guest list is increasing. I have so much fucking prepping to do. I genuinely thank my sponsor, Colossus Girl Memorabilia, because when he called me with the news that I'm going to go talk to him about it again tomorrow, I was driving home. I was having a bad day from work. I was like, yo, stop fucking with me. He's like, we all love your videos. You're funny. We want you to interview these people. I fucking lost it, dude. I lost it.
Well, don't say nothing just yet about who will be there. Let more information come out and shit. Yeah, so but as of right now, the fucking great news is you're gonna be on a fucking Comic-Con panel being the host. That is amazing, bro. I am like extremely fucking happy for you, bro. I'm not gonna say I'm proud of you.
Time I fucking cried. I swear to God.
All right, see, now I'm definitely gonna take that back, you fucking wimp. Why don't you go sink on the Titanic, you fucking wimp?
Dude. Listen, hit the iceberg, drown.
Where's Celine? Cue Celine.
But Spider-Man, congrats, Peter Steele. Yeah, you. Thank you. Listen, everyone here is getting a shout out. The G Show getting a shout out. Shinrob Jiro's getting a shout out. Both my channels. I gotta start making the fucking promotion shit. That's gotta be submitted by January 1st.
He's saying getting a shout out. I'm gonna be there with my ass out. Literally.
Bro, do it. I'm telling y'all.
You call me Cisco.
This was big news, man. And it's like, it's not just big news for me. It's big news for all of us, right? Because it just goes to show you work hard at shit. You keep pushing, even though somehow you're still at 255 subscribers. That's some people who just so happen to run a Comic-Con fucking enjoy you. Yeah. And then want to book you. Okay.
No, that is fucking severely awesome. Seriously, I'm going to be there. The best part about that is that that's usually where my school year ends. So
yeah.
And I plan to take summer break this year. So yeah. No, I'm definitely I'm going up there. I don't give a fuck. I could be outside in the hallway, but I'm definitely gonna go up there because that's one in a lifetime, bro. It's one in a lifetime.
It is. And anyone listening, if you're in Idaho around that time, it'll be at the fairgrounds. And yeah, I'll be hosting about 150 people in the audience. So very fucking nervous. But you know what? That's okay. I get over 1,000 views on some of my videos. So it's like the same shit, right?
Yeah, but that's not live.
I know.
So you might need a fucking heater for your fucking live. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, what we talking about? That's my bad attempt at Rodan's Raw.
Again, thank you, Colossus Girl Memorabilia. Thank you to Gem State Comic Con. And thank you, G1. Thank you, Shinrob, Rob. You my brothers. Y'all getting a shout out on this one, man. Everyone's getting a boost. This is going to be a fucking blast. And I can't fucking wait. Yes, I can. I'm nervous as shit. This is bullshit. Why'd they pick me? I'm leaving. Done.
And on that note, back to the podcast at hand. Here's the thing. We were talking about Predator versus all, Predator versus everything. PVA. Predator versus Predator versus Archie. What the fuck is going on here? Now, listen. I didn't read this comic, right? I did not. But looking for thumbnails to put into this thumbnail, looking for pictures, but I went down this rabbit hole of Predator versus Archie. And my God, you know what? Disney, you want to do something crazy? Make this movie. Make this movie.
Absolutely. Animated.
Animate Predator versus Archie. Rob, you're the only person here to read not one, but both of these series?
Yeah.
You got to talk to me here, bro, because I don't know what I was seeing from what I again, looking for the thumbnails, I seen things like there was like the Betty and Veronica I know from the Archie style of art that I know. And then there was like a Betty and Veronica drawn like comic book characters. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I saw Archie with the fucking claw through his head and his face was ripped apart and Jughead's head was on a fucking... what the fuck?
Yeah, so I was working in a comic shop, The Joker's Child, out in New Jersey. If anybody knows it, I worked there for a short amount of time.
I like the name.
Every, I believe, Monday night, it would be a long night, or no, every Tuesday night, because we get all the new comics in.
Yeah, Wednesday.
And one of the first Wednesday's comic day. And we were unloading everything, and the first thing I see in the first box was the first cover for Archie versus Predator, essentially. And I remember looking at one of the owners, Len, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And he looked at me with this crazy look in his eye, and he's like, well, Archie needs money, so he's going to take steroids and fight a predator. I'm like, all right, I'm in. And Archie versus Predator might be the most batshit insane thing I had read at that point, which is saying quite a lot because Image Comics was on top tier with some of their shit that they were putting out.
At that time,
but
yes.
it really, at that time, it really is essentially Predator comes to fucking, what's the name of the fucking town again?
Archieville? Riverdale.
No, Riverdale. Predator comes to Riverdale. What the fuck happens? And it kind of stays par for the course until like the end when Archie gets all buff and shit. Don't ask me to tell you how that fucking happens. It just does. But then, from what I remember of 2, apparently the art style had shifted to match that of Riverdale. And if anybody read this and is in the chat, feel free to correct me. But Archie dies at the end of Archie versus Predator. And in Archie versus Predator 2, 2 characters that survived are friends with this palomorphic fucking predator that was still on Earth. They go down memory lane, and something about going into an alternate dimension where all of their friends are still alive domino effects into a predator army coming down to Earth and attacking that town in an alternate dimension.
No, wait, time out. Wait. What the fuck is that? Like that is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. One.
Yes.
And you're saying that because of Archie versus Predator, it opens up the multiverse so Predator could go into Gotham or Metropolis or New York City or Wakanda or the ancient past to fight Wolverine or Mega City 2099 with Judge Dredd or the Super Future with the Terminators. What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's all because some dork in the alternate dimension where all their friends were still alive made like this device that opens portals to different dimensions. And yeah, it was a predator army, so there was multiple coming down to earth at this particular moment. And where Archie versus Predator 1 hit the wall with its batshit insanity, from what I remember of 2, it was all just that for its entire run. And it came like 4 or 5 years after the first one.
Listen, Archie, and this is crazy because this is not an Archie fucking podcast, but I've seen things with Archie where all of a sudden it became like a rated R line, right? Like Archie was always the penultimate family book. You know what I mean? No, I'm good. It was always the family book, right? Your kids could love it. Everybody loves Archie, right? But then it was like the horror Archie shit, right? Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, Jughead's a zombie. Archie turns into a werewolf. And then there's this. This is like, what the fuck? Like, literally, this is a brutal R rated comic book. Because there's people getting decapitated, the faces are getting bit off and ripped off, and Archie's head explodes, and I'm sitting here like, what? It's Archie. It's fucking Archie. What are we doing? Dude, I used to get Archie comic books when Ninja Turtles first came after Mirage. The fucking Ninja Turtles was in Archie comics. This is fucking Archie.
Listen, man, I had that same conversation with about 6 to 7 parents the day issue 1 came out. Because we had to tell people, oh no, this isn't for kids. Just like, oh, but it's an Archie comic. It's like, yeah, but this is not Archie for kids. This is Archie for 17 and up.
And the thing that drives me crazy is the art style is in Archie art style, for the first one at least. Like, the Predator looks like a fucking goofy. It's goofy. But then I seen that goofy art full of eyeballs and blood, and I'm like, whoa, what?
Yeah. Believe me, it was an anomaly for a lot of people. I stuck with it because the first one, at least, was really good. I mean, it was fucking batshit ridiculous, don't get me wrong. I mean, this shit was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But they did it in a way where it's like, yeah, all right. Because at the end of the day, it's a standard Predator story just with Archie. It's not that disconnected from things.
But it gotta be, because what the fuck is the Predator looking for? It's in Riverdale, for crying out loud.
I don't remember the specifics. I don't have a trade for either of these. Literally, I got the original limited series, read them all once, put them in their bagging board, and then never opened them up again.
You still have them, or you
except
just
for
left
when the
them
final issue? Oh yeah, I still have them. I just have to find them.
So
that's the one thing.
Spider-Man chimes in. Predator got into some crazy shenanigans in the Archie comics. Predator regretting killing Archie and critically injuring Betty and Veronica. And then Mecha JR shows up. Oh,
Mecha
it's
JR!
Oh, cool
shit.
kids.
Oh, my bad. Read that again. I jumped in with the Mecha JR.
No, Mecha JR says, oh, it's for kids. The cool kids.
Indeed.
And then Spider-Man comes back. Predator had a crush on Betty. That was his motivation.
So Predator had a crush on Betty, so he had to kill Archie. But the little snippets when I was looking for, pics for the thumbnail was Archie was rocking with Veronica already, so Predator had no competition. I gotta read it. I gotta read it on the strength. I'm not an Archie guy. There was a moment in time in the very early 90s, I want to say, early to very mid, I would say 91 to 93, maybe 94, where there was this Archie cartoon that came on WWORR or WWORR, Channel 9 in New York, if you fucking know, right? And it was cool. It was like the new Adventures of Archie. The art was dope. I was like, oh, this is cool. But it was weird. It was different. Like, they were turning into vampires and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is fucking Archie. It wasn't the Archie singing the fucking song from Hanna-Barbera or the Archie comics that you all know and love. It was different. It was a little bit more mature. And I want to attribute that to Batman, the animated series. Next week's podcast, super shout out, Bat Friday. Bat Friday. But these comic books that came out 20 some odd years after, maybe 30, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Look, the only Archie comic I've ever read was The Death of Archie. Because I was like, they're really going to kill Archie? That's crazy. And I read it. And it's Archie. It's Archie all the way through. And you only know Archie from what Archie is, right? The fucking name sounds stupid. It's Archie. But fuck, to see Archie take that bullet, man, that was deep. I was like, oh, wow, fuck. But to the topic at hand, Archie versus the Predator, still, that shit is the most bonkers, insane shit of all fucking time. It's bonkers, insane shit.
Yeah, next to Zombie Tramp, I think that might have been the weirdest shit I was reading at that point in time.
Oh, God.
Zombie Tramp.
Zombie Tramp is a trip, bro. That is a trip. I read, I think, 2
Yeah.
pages of that. That is a trip. That is.
It is. It is different. It is horny incarnate, but it is also hilarious and just different.
Oh man. Mecha JR comes in and says bullets tend to be pretty deep.
It's true. So is the ocean.
That is true.
I'll never let you go, Jack. You stupid son of a bitch.
Jack! Fucking stupid. Bro.
Fucking
Dude, you know what would have
bro.
been the best thing if he looked up and he was like, it's just a booty call, and then drowns.
Bro, Titanic 2000 right there, man. Come on. Fucking hell.
Jeez.
Okay.
Have either of y'all seen Titanic 2?
I watched about 30 minutes and shut it off.
Is that an asylum? Is that from the asylum?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
It was a thing.
It's bad. It's no bueno.
I remember
it's asylum.
I remember seeing something like that. Listen, I'll be honest with you. My favorite Titanic thing was, if I'm not mistaken, Doctor Who. I think it was Doctor Who. Yeah, I think it was David Tennant, and I think it was a special. It wasn't like the show.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there was like the Titanic in space. He was on a ship in space. It was a cruise ship in space. But I'm pretty sure it was the Titanic, because that's when I fell in love with Alonzi. And I started just saying it everywhere I went. Everybody I went. And people, what the fuck you saying? I was like, you don't watch Doctor Who? Alonzi. But I digressed. That's 5. And I haven't digressed. Ooh, that's 6. And about an hour and some odd minutes. But
Okay. All right, Mecha JR comes in. How'd you do a Titanic 2? There was only the one. The story goes is they remade a ship, or made a ship, and called it the Titanic 2, and the same shit happens. It's the asylum, bro. They changed the name from Transformers to Transmorphers. Get it together.
That
and
was
essentially
legit.
in the movie,
That
it's a hurricane that pushes the boat into a glacier and then it sinks.
Oh, stupid. It's so stupid.
Whoa, Rob. Are you telling me you watched the whole thing?
Of course. When that shit, dude, no lie, when that shit came out, it was the hardest fucking thing to find. And I remember walking with my boy. We were going to fucking FYE. Shortly thereafter, it became FYE, I believe. And we went into the fucking bargain bin, and like Indiana Jones finding the golden idol, I fucking move a couple cases to the side, and there I see a Titanic 2, $4.02. Not a straight $4, $4.02. I'm like, bro, we're gonna go home, we're gonna order pizza, we're gonna smoke a fat fucking joint, and we're gonna watch Titanic 2. And it was the greatest experience I've ever had on an April evening ever. Because we were high as kites, pizza pies in hand, watching this shit unfold. And my boy laughed so hard he actually had a blood vessel in his eye break because he got into a coughing fit afterwards. And yeah, I've seen all of Titanic too. It is a trip.
Fuck a dude.
It is a trip.
I tell you.
God damn it.
We went everywhere in this podcast. We ran the gamut. We really did. It started with Glickett and Barbenheimer, How to Train Your Dragon and Minecraft, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Beyond the Spider-Verse, Predator vs. All, which we really didn't do anything with, which is crazy because we've only read a select few comics, if any. But at the end of the day, the best part of this is this was a good time. Like this.
Oh, yeah.
At first, I was like, this podcast is going to end in 40 minutes. We are 145 in, baby. We are rocking and rolling. And I don't think it's going to be over just yet. I think I want to get this extra 15 minutes in. At least 15. But back to Predator. I want to know, where do we go from here? Where do we go? Granted, this was supposed to be all about comics. I didn't really want to talk about the movies. We've done that before. Everybody knows the movies. Everybody has their favorites. We're not going to do that. But where, outside of AVP, in comic book form, like, because that's got to happen. Marvel's got to do that. It's got to happen. But where do we go from here in terms of cinematics? Because, again, they own it. We're getting and I wish Chase was on because he knows a lot more about this shit. He's always following the Predator stuff because he's a Predator aficionado. We're getting Alien Earth. We saw a teaser trailer that was fucking whack. If anybody is as old as me, y'all will remember the War of the Worlds TV show from the 80s.
Oh, God.
That is the vibe I got from this teaser trailer to Alien Earth. I was like, I know that. I've seen that before. The only thing they didn't do is put the fucking 3 fingers around the Earth. What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? But the Predator is very important, and I don't think Disney is going to waste an opportunity to make a lot more money than they're putting in. We got Prey, right? Because Prey was already done after the acquisition. Am I lying? Did Disney own Fox at that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first thing Disney and Fox put out as a collaboration was Prey.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was a Hulu exclusive.
Because it was a Hulu exclusive,
because
right?
Disney owned Hulu.
Right. So now
Yep.
we have Alien Romulus. Oh shit.
Blade versus Predator. Mecha JS coming out.
Mecha JR, what are you doing? Mecha JR, what are you doing? Because honestly, here's the problem with Blade versus Predator though. It starts to get into that Justice League versus Predator mode. We don't want that.
Yeah.
We don't want the Predators to get Plastic Man's power. We don't want Predators that are able to control dolphins. We don't want that shit. That's where it stops being fun. We don't want the speedster Predator. What? A Green Lantern Predator? That's unheard of. That's not true. It doesn't happen. You're fake of the funk. Ugh.
What about Predator versus Batman Beyond? They done that?
Why you say shit that's so cool?
What was that? What was that,
I guess they
Pooza?
didn't do
I'm
that.
sorry, Pooza. What was that, Kilowog? What? That was it? And that'll do it for this episode of the G Show podcast? Is that what you're saying, Pooza? Is that what you're saying? Because listen, Pooza, look at the ring. Look at the ring. Look at the... Yo. Okay. So here's the deal. Yes, please. Right? Will that ever happen? No. Why? Guess who owns it? But, that being said, the only fucking physical media that's actually filmed cinematically, even though it's fan film, Batman versus Predator. I own the VHS.
Damn.
I own the VHS. That movie, I bought that shit at Midtown Comics. It comes with another Batman movie after it. But that one, I think it's 10, maybe 15 minutes long, if that. The Joker running, and the Predator kills the Joker, and Batman comes and fights the Predator. Stop it. I forgot what the fuck it was called, man. I gotta dig in my crates, but there's too many Christmas gifts in the fucking closet. I can't get it out right now. But the Batman Predator movie is real. It's a fan film. That's the only legit media we have of a crossover from a comic book with the Predator. Outside of Aliens versus Predator, but, you know, I digress.
So Mecha JR comes in. Nah, Blade would stick to his roots. He has basic-ish powers. It would be a brawl between two combat specialists.
I get that, but what I'm worried about is would they go, let's make the Predator a vampire Predator. That's my thing. That's my thing. I don't want to see that. Like, I think Blade versus a Predator, a Yautja on its own, is pretty fucking awesome. Because Blade is a daywalker. It's a unique character. Why wouldn't a fucking Yautja want that head on its fucking pedestal? It's unique. Yeah, no, there's only one of these things. Like, let's get that. But in that regard, then, you know, Predator versus Dracula.
Valid concern. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, fucking Marvel right now has this, I didn't read it. I just saw it. I was like, what the fuck? Marvel has this thing where it's like, you know, the 2099 series?
Yeah.
Well, Dracula is in that year. And I'm like, wait, what? What? Dracula 2099? Fuck! So it's just bonkers. But Predator could absolutely be in 2099 because we know it's a futuristic tale. Aliens is definitely in 2099 because, you know, Wailing Yutani is what, 21 some odd something? I'm just saying. Predator versus Mega Man X. Let's go.
Oh, God.
Holy shit. I'd buy that for $1.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
RoboCop versus Predator.
Did Predator ever fight Robocop?
I think so.
No.
Probably not. No?
No. Terminator versus RoboCop, definitely.
Yeah. Spider-Man, let Predator go after slasher villains already. Yeah. Predator versus Jason Voorhees would be hilarious and short. Because all you have to do is not eat the fucking heart. What the fuck were you doing in Final Friday? You blow him up and the first instinct is to eat the heart. Just don't eat the heart.
It was hypnotic.
It's over.
It was hypnotic, bro.
Yeah, he was being controlled.
I know, but just don't eat the heart. Be a man. Don't eat the heart.
Get it together. But, you know, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Predator versus any of these slasher villains, it's Predator in 2 minutes. It's a short.
Yeah. The only slasher villain that might stand a chance is, like, Pinhead.
They don't count. Pinhead or Freddy.
Whenever he dies, he just goes back to hell and comes back.
But Pinhead and Freddy don't count because they're more supernatural. The Predator's not looking for that. Like, Predators don't know who Freddy is.
Yeah, so that's true. That is true.
It's got to be Michael Myers, Jason.
Unless the Predator goes to Elm Street, goes in that fucking house, has a whole ass family. His family.
No. That Predator ship has been in Elm Street this entire time. No. Kind of like War of the Worlds, right? Check this out. I got it. James Cameron, I hope you're fucking listening. Here we go. The Predator ship landed there a long time ago, galaxy far, far away, right? Then all of a sudden, humanity sprouted up, and they started building, and then they just so happened to start building on this particular Predator's lot, right? They didn't know that this street was going to be called Elm Street. They didn't know that this man, particularly living in this place, was going to be a fucking child killer called Freddy Krueger. We didn't know that. But the fact was, as our young Yautja was slumbering in his sleep, Freddy died. The parents killed him. And all of a sudden, this Yautja, having dreams of his perfect planet, starts seeing this weird, crispy fried maniac with claws on his hands. Not so different from the claws that can come out of his glove, the Youches. And now he wakes up. He wakes up determined to look for this person that looks like a challenge, because that is what his lineage does. They look for the challenge. Unfortunately, though, the challenge is not there because the challenge is dead. It's only in his dreams. So what does he do? Well, he goes after the football jock, the number one motherfucker in the damn school. And he has to kill him. Oh, well, that wasn't it. So what does he do next? The fucking sheriff. He's a tough-ass nails motherfucker. Kill him. What do? I gotta take a nap sometimes. Oh, shit, there's Freddy Krueger. Oh, yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You think I'm lying? I guarantee
That's how you do it. I don't think
guarantee
anyone should do it.
In 5 years, this Marvel will have. They will do it. They will ruin me.
Listen.
They will take everything.
Where's the fucking iceberg drown already? We didn't drown this fucking idea.
Well, that's not a bad idea. That's a great idea. What are you talking about?
Listen,
I'm giving that to
you want a
for
great
free.
idea. Predator versus Matthew McConaughey from Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. Now that's a good fucking movie.
And on that note, Christ almighty. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of y'all for being on. That is a terrible idea. What are you talking about?
Dude, he sits there and screams, "Leatherface, get that bitch!" and then starts slapping his forehead.
You got to give credit to where credit's due. I mean, Matthew McConaughey. Everybody had to start somewhere, right?
That was his third movie, but he won an Oscar, and then that movie came out. It's okay.
It was just he won an Oscar. That movie was filmed like 12 years before that he
Oh
filmed.
yeah, but that's the thing. It wasn't supposed to be released. Spider-Man real quick comes in. Predator live streaming his hunts. That'd be dope, but weird.
Actually.
Make that into a Doom movie. No. Doom movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man's onto something there. Spider-Man is onto something there. Listen. What's not to say, all right? Because this is what's going to eventually happen. There's no doubt about it. It's going to happen. Marvel owns all of this shit now. Disney owns all this shit now. They do. The Predator in the Star Wars universe is going to happen.
Oh my God.
Pod racing was a thing that was, live streamed, broadcast. Shit, right now I'm in Vegas, bro. The fucking the Grand Prix F1, whatever the fucking that shit with the fast cars drive around in a circle. I don't understand why people like it. Hey,
The
you like
Formula
it?
One cars.
Whatever it is, man. You like it? That's on you, man. But I can't watch a car go around. I get dizzy. I'm what the fuck, bro? Serious? Like, yo, there's people there that I fucking know personally. Yeah. Wait, the car goes near and then you don't see it again for like 3 minutes. What the fuck? Stupid, in my opinion. It's stupid. But I digress. 7 or 8. But live streaming Yautja hunts. I actually, you know what? That would, man, you want to buck a fucking trend? You do that. The Mask, right? The Mask records. So the young predator who goes out on its first hunt, the older, whether it's a brother, a mother, a father, whatever, the eldest one ahead of it sees what he's doing. This is a great found footage movie. This is a great found footage movie when I tell you, when the human hits it with a fucking log, pow, right in the fucking face, and the mask goes flying. And all you see now is the predator getting its ass whipped by some random ass human being. Because the mask is still on. I love that idea. I'm with it.
Set it in the Colombian jungle or forest. Have it be the cartel, bro. I like this.
Bro, yo, something crazy. Like, they're not even... like, it's legit a blunt force object. Boom! The ending. Knocks the mask off. Because that's what a fucking... that's what a found footage movie's all about. Like, the end.
Oh, yeah.
Really. Like, it's the end that gets you. It's, oh, shit, this is the end. This is what happens to them. So the entire time, you focus, we get to see some kills. Maybe we get to see some really cool fucking skinning. You know? There's so much you could do with that. A first-person Predator movie? A found footage Predator movie? Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is it. Yo, we can all sue. We can all sue. We were here. I'm saying.
I'd watch the fuck out of that. I really would.
Yeah, I think it's perfect.
Y'all spinning a yarn.
Listen.
For sure.
Listen. If people say it can't work, I will just direct you to a fucking giant monster movie called Cloverfield. That worked.
It did. And it could work again.
And it really could work again. But I digress.
And why they're not doing it again.
But that's not. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of y'all for joining us today. We gonna wrap this shit up right here. That's just dope. But I do want to wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Starting with you, JR, man. Thank you for being on with us.
No, it was a pleasure. This was a lot of fun. And yeah, more info about Gem State Comic Con will be showing up. So check them out on Facebook. Look them up on their website because, yeah, this is a thing.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be pimping that shit every fucking podcast from here until it happens. So, yep, that's a thing. Brother Rob, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This was incredible amounts of fun getting to blow off steam about Ridley Scott and Titanic. I don't normally show my YouTube channel out, but I got a little project that I'm working on, a fun little project with somebody. And yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, all ominous like. And get ready for that because it's insanely stupid and it's going to be cool.
And you know, I never do this at any of these podcasts, but I'm going to do it now. I might have done it once or maybe twice, but I'm going to do it now. I don't care. Man, like, share, subscribe. Go to their channels, man. Get on their shit. I don't care if you jump on this one or not. I don't. But get on theirs, man. Get on theirs. These dudes are doing the damn thing. They do it way more than I do. I just love to get on Fridays and hang out with them and have a good fucking time. And I love to get on with y'all and have a good time. And I'm glad that we have some chats and shit. So before I go, let me read some chats that JR was refusing to read. First one. Oh, he did do that one. All right. Predator live streaming, but live streaming his hunts. Yes, I did the synopsis. Mecha JR. Vince Price was an S-tier actor who loved doing nothing but B-horror. Just saying. Spider-Man wrote foul, and Mecha JR wrote too late. Exactly. And too late, my favorite too late line, comes in the form of Return of the Jedi. And I'm pretty sure it was it Admiral Piet? Whoever it was that rode the Superstar Destroyer at the end of Return of the Jedi, when the A-Wing got shot by the TIE Fighter, it starts spinning, and it's going towards the bridge, and they say, put up something about the forward defensive shields. Too late. On that note, I'm out of here. I'm G1. This is G-Show Livestream. We out of here next week.